Today I'm going to talk about how much Singaporeans earn and also how much they save. Now I think this will be quite a popular topic because if Singaporeans like anything, it is to kaypoh and also to talk about money. Once a year, Ministry of Manpower publishes this thing called the Labour Force Report, and they released the latest one a few months ago, and there are some interesting statistics to see from this report. Now, of course, comparison is the theft of joy, but I think it's always good to benchmark ourselves against other people to see how well we are doing or whether we need to improve on our own habits and behavior. So these are just statistics. If you are doing better than these stats, congrats for you. If you're doing poorly, I think don't be too sad. You can always try to chase or be content in your own lane. The report shows that from a young age until we reach about 40 plus, our earnings actually increase from earning just $1,440 all the way to almost $6,000 when we are in our 40s. We reach our peak earning power in our mid-40s, and after that it starts to drop off and decrease steadily as we age beyond our 50s and 60s. These figures exclude employer CPF contributions, which right now stands at 17%, and also these are median figures, meaning to say we take the 50th percentile of people earning an income, and thereby this actually eliminates very extreme cases of very high income and very low incomes. Guess who wants a like on this YouTube video? One's income depends highly on the type of job they do, of course, with administrators and managers earning the most, followed by professionals, and those who earn less tend to be blue-collar workers. On top of that, one's educational qualifications unsurprisingly affected one's incomes, with degree holders earning the most, and those who are less educated tend to have lower median incomes. I've thought about my experience being a degreeless person in a sea of degree holders in Singapore, so check out my video if you want to learn more about that. But I think these are just statistics, and it's entirely possible for us to do even better despite our type of job, despite our age, and despite our educational qualifications. And one of the ways that we can earn more than our peers is actually to start a business. And a business, of course, does not look at your educational qualification that much, does not look at your age that much, and you earn based on performance. In the Labour Force report, MOM has lumped working proprietors under administrators and managers, which seems to suggest to me that business owners earn more, I think also rather unsurprisingly, as long as your business is successful. And if you want your business to be successful, consider hiring a service like Awesome, which takes away the pain of managing your business accounts and compliance issues. And they even provide a mobile app that lets you manage your business and talk to the team so that you can actually focus on what matters most, running your own business and doing things that you like and are good at. Use my link below and you can get 16% off Awesome services and get free incorporation for your business that you want to start. So thanks for signing up and thanks to Awesome for sponsoring my video. I intend to do more content on increasing one's income, so subscribe if you're interested in that. But I think what's more important than income will be possibly how much you can set aside, and we have stats for that for Singaporeans as well. According to the Department of Statistics of Singapore, our savings rate actually hit 36.1% in fourth quarter of 2022. The savings rate of Singaporeans have fluctuated from as low as 20+% to almost 50% in 2020, which I think coincides with our pandemic lockdown. So maybe that's the key to saving more money, having more pandemics, or at least stay home more often. On average, I think Singaporeans save about 30% of their incomes. So if we take this 30% figure and apply it to the median incomes that we've seen just now, I think we can have a sensing of how much savings we should have in cash at certain ages of our lives. It's time to bring out trusty old Excel to do some calculation, and first, we are going to copy and paste the income levels over here, and we have to remember that we contribute 20% to our CPF, and therefore we are going to remove 20%, and our take home is 80% of our gross monthly salary. Now, if we assume a savings rate of 30%, we are going to get this figure every month, and every year we will save this much. Based on this, someone who earns the median income from age 15 to 19 would have $20,736 by saving 30% of their income for 5 years. Now, I know this is going to be unrealistic, so let's assume that we start work at age 25 instead. From age 25 to 29, if we earn the median income of $3,850 and save 30% of our income for 5 years, we will get $55,000 at age 30. If we go on to age 30 to 34 and do the same thing, we have saved $72,000 during these 5 years. Adding this to what we have saved in our 20s, we will have $127,440 in cash at age 35. If we repeat this process, we will have $211,000 at age 40, $297,000 at age 45, $381,000 at age 50, $453,000 at age 55, $508,000 at age 60, and $543,000 at age 65 when we finally retire. Now, this is of course based on today's median incomes, and if you have been saving for 10 years and not quite at this figure, it could be because the median incomes of the past 10 years were lower than this year, and therefore you shouldn't feel too discouraged. Also, this is by no means a recommendation of how much money you should have, but merely an average of what Singaporeans possibly have in their bank accounts, and it is also an estimation. Personally speaking, I feel that these figures are actually on the lower side, so let's pump up the savings rate to 50% to see how that changes things. By increasing our savings rate to 50% in our 20s, we can actually save $92,000 by the time we hit 30, which is quite close to a magical and round $100,000. And I think this is the figure that a lot of people aspire to get when they're in their 20s. Assuming a 50% savings rate, we will hit almost $500,000 by age 45 and almost $1 million by the time we are around 65. And this, of course, all exclude potential investment returns we can get on our savings. I was in a recent radio show and the host actually asked me how much money I think young Singaporeans should save, and my reply was around 40%, but I actually do think it should be closer to 50 or even 60% if you can help it, because as a young individual, you tend to have less liabilities and loans compared to other people. You don't have dependents, you don't have aged parents to support yet, you don't have children to support yet, you don't have a mortgage and all, and therefore you should be able to save more of your take-home income. And having some savings, of course, very useful for you to do things like invest, meet your near-term goals like marriage and buying your HDB, etc. Right? So you should definitely save as much as you can and cultivate that habit of savings, because if you're in your 20s and you can't even save, okay, what makes you think that you can save when you're in your 30s, 40s, when you have a lot more other obligations and things to pay? For those who are already saving a lot of your monthly income, perhaps the thing to do now would be to focus on growing your incomes instead, such that you have more to set aside. Now, I used to be someone who's very, very frugal, but at $1,000 of monthly income, there's only so much money you can set aside for your future. So I actually focus a lot on growing the income, and now I have increased my income to a point where I can afford to be a bit less frugal, buy nice things for myself from time to time, and still have enough to set aside per month such that I can reach my financial goals in a nice and comfortable manner. Ideally, of course, you should do both, right? Increase income and also decrease expenses, okay? But of course, easier said than done. I dedicate my channel to such things, so do subscribe if you are interested in personal finance topics like this. So how well are you doing in this rat race of saving and earning money in Singapore? Let us know in the comments below. Now, if you like my content, do subscribe to my Telegram group because there are great deals and other kinds of personal finance content there. And watch this video if you have all these savings and not sure where to put them for high interest. And also this video, which YouTube think you'll really enjoy, and I'll see you in those videos.